Saoirse Gaoibh Charjagus a Chamradi. It's bonfire time again. I didn't do one when it was the dawn of Lughnasa a few days ago, so I'm doing it now instead. Also, I got one of my old coats got mouldy, and when you give up trying to clean them, and it's an old thing anyway, you might as well just send it off in a good funeral. So here I am doing just that. People seem to like my bonfire videos, so I'm gonna please my audience by giving another one. I'll talk about a few things while I'm here, because, well, the bonfires do seem like the showing of the end times, or the what's the word? I'm doing it like again, as usual. I'm doing this unscripted. The prelude of the end times, maybe. Talking about stuff online the other day, I was streaming with a few friends about talking about a video that John the Duncan was doing. Great YouTuber, very fond of that guy. He's a good lad, guy up in Scotland. Talking about the social conservatism that's the right wing have latched onto, but now the fucking left are trying to latch onto as well, in some crass act of left-wing opportunist tailism. We've seen it before with these self-styled patriotic socialists and fucking MAGA communists. Caleb Maupin of the former, and then the latter being scumbags like Haas of that god-awful channel, Infracell. Don't even go watch it, man, it's terrible. I shouldn't even name it, but fuck it, these guys need to be called out. The so-called American Communist Party. They're openly using ableist slurs, transphobic hate, and so snuggling up to Donald Trump and his fucking MAGA fucking cultists. There's that, but even people who are supposedly not into that shit are starting to do this stuff now as well. I was looking at some guy, I can't remember what he's called, he's some fucking former polyamorous person who said, oh, I was a fuckboy in those days. Now, of course, I condemn this because it's all it does is bring the cancerous mindset or something. I'm paraphrasing, but he says, I'm going to condemn and oppress this thing. Yeah, damn right I am. It's not oppressed enough. It's right to oppress a minority of people that bring up that apparently offend the majority, so you say, sunshine, and result in some kind of unhealthy social thing. It says who? Says you. Says fascists as well, and it results in loneliness and a lot of declining birth rate. Where are we hearing this shit also, eh? Yeah, the far right. So all you're doing is confirming the myth of horseshoe theory, you fucking goon. You're not. A lot of shitlibs and radlibs say, oh, the left and the right, they converge. You go so far to the left, you have the wraparound effect, or horseshoe theory, as it's also called, where you converge with the right. You become so far left, you go right wing. It's not a fucking globe. Stop using that stupid analogy, but these fucking idiots are reinforcing this myth by saying that, oh, anything that's, LGBTQ rights are a liberal deviation, or dare I say it, my favourite joke punchline, a petit bourgeois deviation. They're the CPGB-ML in this country, which is the only, pretty much one of the few non-Trotskyist organisations, has gone full-on fascist patsock. The crypto-fascist Nazbol, National Bolshevik crowd, who came up with this crap as well. The British left is in a shambles. The US left seems to be, it depends on how you look at it, but in some ways we're even worse. I don't know, it's debatable which is worse, and it's not a competition either. Being bad is being bad, whichever way you look at it. But these like American YouTubers are suddenly now saying polyamory is the new degeneracy, and if you're not monogamous and you're not getting married, it's not natural and it's not cohesive for a positive society. I'm thinking, for fuck's sake, do you wonder why so many people can't stand the left? They seem to think that having fun is evil, and capitalist decadence and a sense of humour is a fucking petty bourgeois deviation. I've made that joke several times. It's almost worn it out, but it never seems to get old because you see it all the time in reality. What are you going to do next? Go like Haas and Maupin and say we should go and vote for Donald Trump or Nigel Farage or something like that, yeah? Because all these alternative lifestyles are bad. John the Duncan rightly pointed it out in his complete righteous hatchet job of these goons. I recommend you go and watch his video. I'll try and remember to put a link to it in the description on this video. As I was saying with my friends and colleagues and comrades in the UK and the US, he was right in saying that, you know, this it's intersectionalism has been often used as a liberal thing, and woke, as they call it, has become hijacked, admittedly, by radical liberals. I mean, the CIA did an embarrassing recruitment drive trying to pretend to be inclusive. So, you know, you got rainbow planes with BLM written on them, dropping bombs on black and brown people. That's co-opting. That does not mean that things like Black Lives Matter or LGBTQ rights or, you know, gay rights and gay marriage and all these other things are signs of liberalism. And if you're trashing liberal co-opting and then trashing what the liberals are co-opting, then you are going down a far-right rabbit hole. You know, conflating socialism with nationalism and social conservatism. That's what Gregor Strasser, Otto Strasser did. The whole brown shirts were like that. Half of them were gay as well, incidentally, ironically. Then we have the more outrageously conservative wing of the Nazi Party under Adolf Hitler, who banned homosexuality and banned pretty much everybody. Whatever way you look at it, this is a fucking rabbit hole. And it's going to end up in a nasty little bonfire like this. Well, this is a nice bonfire, but a nasty, mouldy, ugly, cancer-ridden society. Blaming alternative lifestyles and not, you know, people not wanting to be some kind of like homogeneous, almost like a hive mind, is not socialism. It's not communism. It's not Marxist-Leninism, and it certainly is not fucking scientific socialism. And if you're coming up with this mechanical bullshit, like saying, oh, what did this idiot say? It's hard enough to be in a monogamous relationship. It's complicated enough. Any monogamous person will tell you that, whose relationships have succeeded. But when you bring more people into it, that just what's the word you use? Multiplies it, or makes it so complicated that it's outrageous. Just because there's more people involved, you idiot, doesn't mean it's complicating things more. In fact, if anything, it can. If two people are at odds with each other, having a third or fourth party involved can mediate and actually stop people from killing each other. I've seen enough monogamous bloody relationships fall apart. I've seen people's marriages fall apart because somebody got bored and had an affair and somebody else couldn't stand it, the other person. They ended up beating the shit out of each other. I've seen it in members of my neighbourhoods at various places I've lived. And the gossip that comes around about this is because of social conservatism. If you repress this mentality, you are fucking creating a toxic powder keg, you moron. Are you so fucking stupid? You're supposed to be a scientific socialist and you're coming out with crap like this. Come on. So that's, you know. I was doing a live stream on YouTube the other night about this, but unfortunately I got so tired I had to collapse because I was falling asleep in front of my computer. I'm kind of covering the bits I didn't talk about there. But yeah, please watch the John the Duncan video, because it's a very good takedown of all this nonsense and the dangerous direction it's going in. A shout out to the people I'm talking to, like Cara and Noob and various other people that were on that stream. What else was I going to talk about? Oh, the more talk about Ozzy Osbourne, and will you just leave it alone, for Christ's sake? He was just a celebrity. I'm not going to cancel him. I still love Black Sabbath when he was with them. Like a few of his solo songs here and there. His wife's a horrible, or his widow, should I say, is a vile piece of shit, and she's in mourning. Yes, I've said that in the last video I did, and I'm not going to go over that again too much, but fuck her. She didn't mourn about Palestinian people, and she glorifies and defends genocide, and she calls anyone who calls that genocide what it is, an anti-Semite, and calls it Jew hate, like David Draymond. This is repetitive, so I'm going to stop there. I'm just going to enjoy the flames, and I'm going to put some more wood on the fire because I found some dead wood nearby. Isn't that a TV show, Deadwood? Or is it a smutty joke about pornography? Or that's apparently degenerate as well. The only reason we have a porn industry is because we're all so fucking uptight about sex. That's why. Because we're so fucking scared of it. All the centuries of this fucking, well, initially the Roman Christians, Catholic Christians, followed by the Calvinist Puritans, who seemed to want to outdo the Catholics at being uptight and sexually repressed. Like you'd want to win that competition. Because of this, we are now horrendously sexually repressed, and it's all about a mechanical society. The more industrialized we became, the more mechanical it became, and that's how left-wing fucking politics has started to go, is mechanical fucking pseudo-scientific socialist nonsense. Sexual repression is a cancer. It's what causes sexual deviations. I don't consider LGBTQ a sexual deviation like you bastards do. I do not consider polyamory sexual deviations. I think they're quite normal. I'm talking about sexual deviations as in violence, sexual violence. The R word rhymes with ape. That kind of thing happens. The incel culture. Now, this clown I was talking about, I can't even remember his name, and I shouldn't really promote the twat anyway. He was saying that he conflated polyamorous people with incels, who apparently, because incels demand sex and they whinge and bitch and give out and start blaming women and in extreme cases killing them because they can't get laid. They have an entitled attitude that they are entitled to a woman to give themselves to a woman should give herself to them. And he's tried saying that poly people do the same thing. He conflated it with old conservative polygamy as well, you know, as practiced by the misogynistic Mormon cult. How disingenuous can you be? And he's got off on all these little things, and a lot of the stuff he said was just thinly disguised fascist dog whistles. And this guy is claiming to be a leftist. Claims to be, sorry about the camera moving, claims to be a scientific socialist and a Marxist leftist, and he's coming out with crap like this. I don't know if this is to just get clout on YouTube and Twitch and places like that, or if it's just trying to tail existing movements that are right-wing and therefore powerful, and you think that you'll get power by tailing them. If you think that, you're either stupid or you're a lying piece of shit and you never were a leftist in the first place. I mean, where do I go? I'm rambling now. I'm also kind of enjoying the flames of this fire. It's really nice. And I've been looking to burn this rubbish for a while. So we're into August 2025, Lughnasa, and I'm still talking about reactionary bigots seeping into the left. I mean, this is cringe. So maybe this is the bonfire of the polyphobes, bonfire of the TERFs, bonfire of the fucking idiots and all the other reactionary fuckheads who think that they're the voice of the people. They don't seem to be aware of how much like the Strasser brothers they sound. You sound exactly like the brown shirts, or the black shirts, or the blue shirts, whichever country you're in. I can't believe people are that stupid. I think they're being just dishonest and just being political opportunists. So anyway, I'm going to leave it at that, I think. I'll leave it on the flames a bit longer because isn't that sweet? Fire purifies. Not that I'm suggesting we burn people, although, you know, I'm not Viserys Targaryen from Game of Thrones. When I say burn them all, I don't actually mean burn people alive. The Zionists do that. I wouldn't even do that to them. Put them on trial for war crimes. All Zionists are bastards. And not all Jews are Zionists. In fact, an increasingly large number of Jewish people are not Zionists. And an awful lot of Zionists are Christian nationalist far-right types who hate Jews. Another irony that they refuse to acknowledge. Shinna Allen. Beautiful fire. Fishgale. Maybe it's time to go and call it quits at that. Maybe I'll do another video short in a minute while the fire's still burning and I want to just capture more on video. But for now, on this video, it's been going on for nearly a quarter of an hour. I've been rattling on here like a rambling gobshite. I suppose I'll leave it at that. So with that I will now say Slán Fóla Chardeachas Camaraderie, Canadian Bohar Galer, I'm Brad Finian Punk or Punk Finian Jarag, and much love to all of yous, apart from the trolls. But you're welcome to comment if you want. You're just boosting me channel. Slán Anish.